Live, local, late breaking. This is Newswatch 12 this morning.
Good morning. The time is 6:30 on February 13th, and we're first taking a live look out at Medford from the People's Bank on Biddle Road. Happy Friday and welcome to Newswatch 12 this morning. I'm Carlos Murrieta. Right now, we first want to turn over to Storm Alert Weather 12 meteorologist Sarah Kress for a look at our Fridays. And Sarah, would you say we're starting off on the cold side this morning?
It definitely is going to be feeling a little bit chillier than yesterday as we're heading into Friday the 13th. That's a little bit scary, but we're noticing that we're seeing high level clouds streaming on through. That's because we're tracking that next storm system getting ready to move in. That could bring some shower chances later today along the coast, but notice that this morning it's pretty quiet. Now, due to the decreased cloud coverage this morning, temperatures have dropped quite a bit. It's about 14 degrees colder into Lakeview compared to yesterday, 8 degrees colder into Klamath Falls, 6 degrees colder into Medford. Here's a look at those temperatures. We're at 35 for Medford, Klamath Falls 24, 19 for Lakeview. Montague, you're sitting at 27, 38 for Cave Junction, but along the coast, still pretty mild. We're at 47 for Brookings, even Grants Pass still into the 40s. So we kind of have a mix in those temperatures this morning. We are expecting them to climb up, rebounding from that chilly start to make its way up into the upper to middle 50s for the day. Not quite as cold, or I keep mixing up my cold and hots today, but we definitely are going to not be as mild as what we saw yesterday. Here's a look at where those high temperatures will be ending up. We have 55 for Medford, 53 for Wairika. Klamath Falls will be at 50. It is going to be a little bit chillier today along the coast. Tomorrow, we are expecting things to be a little bit different. If you are heading out to Warner Canyon No Snow Fest, it is going to be dry. Temperatures making their way up into the lower 40s. We'll definitely be dealing with a bit of cloud coverage, but earlier on in the day, that's when we'll have the possibility for those showers. Around the rest of the region, it is going to be a bit cloudy if you are along the coast. We'll have mostly cloudy skies elsewhere. If you head out early tomorrow morning, you'll be seeing some showers. But if you're not an early riser into the weekends, you'll definitely expect a drier version of your Valentine's Day. Now, it does get a bit more active as we switch over into the days past your Saturday, especially your Monday and Tuesday, and we're expecting cold air to move in along with this. That could bring the risk for some snow into our valleys. Now, I'll go into a bit more details of what we can expect in the days ahead, all coming up in your next forecast.
Beginning with the school watch this morning, schools in Klamath County are struggling to keep classrooms open as students and staff fall ill. The district says a shortage of substitutes is making it hard to cover all schools. A bug spreading through the district has forced some schools to shut down temporarily. Custodial crews are deep cleaning classrooms while staff use the time to rest and recover. Superintendent Keith Brown says when campuses are operating at half staff, it's impossible to keep schools running as normal.
Closed Friday, sanitize all the classrooms tomorrow and the schools. Then that would give the building 4 days to clean up. And it also gives our staff time to rest, hydrate, start to feel better by Tuesday.
As of right now, Conger, Pelican, Mills, Gilchrist, and Ponderosa schools are closed this morning. And moving into some developing news, the Klamath Falls City Schools is sharing a statement from LifeTouch saying they're aware of reported connections between the company and the Epstein files. Superintendent Keith Brown says he's sharing the company's official response out of abundance of caution. Now, since the release of those files, several people across the country have questioned the safety of student photos. LifeTouch, the company who takes student photos for Klamath Falls City Schools, says all pictures are safeguarded for families and schools with no exceptions. The company says they follow all federal, state, and local data privacy laws. LifeTouch has also released a public statement saying they are not named in the files and are committed to protecting the privacy of all students. A closer look at that statement from LifeTouch can be found on our website. And the Curry County Board of Commissioners have been pushing for a Coast Guard presence in Gold Beach since a fishing boat capsized in August. That accident killed 2 of 3 men on board, and right now we're taking a live look out at Gold Beach from Jerry's Rogue Jets, just 4 miles from where the boat capsized. And right now, U.S. Congress is requesting the coast to review the needs of Gold Beach and Bandon. Take a look at the incident that took place in August. The only survivor was rescued by Good Samaritans passing by. Some say the travel time from Coast Guard crews in Brookings and North Bend could have been the difference between life and death. Fishermen and local officials have since called for seasonal staffing from July through October. In the letter to the Coast Guard, Senators Jeff Merkley and Ron Wyden and Representative Val Hoyle highlighting the shifting conditions in Gold Beach and Bandon. They say the mouth of the Rogue River is among the most dangerous on the Oregon coast. They cite data from the Oregon State Marine Board, which shows a rise in on-water emergencies since the Coast Guard ended its seasonal presence. Now, we are continuing to track this story as it develops. And Oregon regulators are outlining new rules aimed at cooling rivers in the Rogue River Basin. The plan could affect how land, water, and dams are managed. It's meant to protect fish as summers grow hotter and drier. Newswatch 12 Danny Stepanovich has more.
As you can see, this stretch of the Rogue River is lined up with trees on both sides, which really adds a layer of shade protection to keep the water cooler. But unfortunately, not all parts of the river have this protection. That's why the state is outlining a new plan on how it hopes to help keep the Rogue River Basin cooler in the years ahead.
The goal of the TMDL is to both protect and restore water quality in the project area.
The Oregon Department of Environmental Quality met to rewrite temperature pollution rules after a federal court ordered the state to replace outdated standards. The new plan sets limits and lays out how the basin could be cooled down. Priority 1, restoring shade.
There will be additional tools that are used and made available to help identify areas that lack streamside shade. The main stem, Rogue, and a number of primary tributaries have had shade assessments performed by DEQ that will identify gaps in shade, which can then be used to prioritize areas for action.
DEQ is targeting river and stream sections with little vegetation, planting native trees, protecting existing streamside forests, and restoring eroded banks.
Those responsible persons, including DMAs, that will be required to submit implementation plans to DEQ and other actions such as temperature monitoring.
The plan also calls for stream restoration projects, rebuilding channels, stabilizing banks, and improving stream habitat so water stays cooler and deeper. DEQ is also examining dam operations and requiring 6 dams in the basin to monitor water temperatures and follow temperature plans. In Central Point, Danny Stepanovich.
New this morning, a newly proposed bill in the California legislature is aiming to ban certain DUI offenders from buying alcohol in the state for at least 6 months. The bill would allow judges to place a no alcohol sale notice directly on the driver's license or real ID of someone convicted of a severe DUI offense. Now that includes someone at twice the legal blood alcohol content limit, a driver with 2 DUIs within 3 years, or DUI causing a serious injury, death, or major property damage. The ban would apply to all restaurants, bars, and retail outlets in California with mandatory ID checks. The exact details of the bill is still being worked out. And the Oregon House just passed a bill that aims to lower energy costs for Oregonians, sending it to the Senate for consideration. House Bill 4031 streamlines the approval process for certain renewable energy projects. This would align state permitting with existing federal incentives, leveraging available tax credits. The bill hopes to stabilize energy prices and reduce reliance on fossil fuels. Moving into a follow-up, big expansion plans are actively moving forward at the Rogue Valley International Airport. Officials say the terminal will nearly double in size and it will add jetways at every gate and improve baggage and security facilities, all without raising taxes. The design team is on board as pre-design work is underway and a construction manager is being planned.
Phase 1's about 115 million. About 90 million of that is construction. The rest is architecture, engineering, soft costs. Right now, phase 1 takes the terminal out towards the tower. It almost doubles it in size.
The project will expand terminal space, ticketing and baggage areas, and the passenger flow will be shorter. Construction is expected to start in late 2026. All phases should be done in about 5 years, and the entire project is funded through airport revenue.
Phase 2 deals with the car rental facilities, baggage handling on the inside, so we'll have 2 baggage returns instead of 1. The current baggage area, or the current car rental area, will become more TSA pre-security area, passenger waiting. The third phase will expand the ticket counter and remodel the existing facility.
Architects and engineers are already on board and early design decisions are underway, with construction management being planned. The expansion aims to support long-term growth and modernize travel for the entire Rogue Valley. And looking ahead, Newswatch 12's 26th annual Sportsman and Outdoor Recreation Show is returning to the Expo next week. Now, if you've never been, now let me tell you about it. This weekend-long show has hundreds of exhibits, performances, and activities for all things outdoors. And this year's show will feature a live wild eagle encounter, a new Nature's Provisions highlight, and a contest to win a guided bear hunt or lobster hunt in Maine. There's something for every outdoor adventure. And guess what? You have the chance to win 4 free tickets to the Sportsman and Outdoor Recreation Show all of next week with Wake Up and Win. All you have to do is watch Wake Up and Win or Newswatch 12 this morning between 6:45 and 7 a.m. Spot that daily code word and enter on our website. One winner will be selected each day through Friday of next week.